Kelsey Van Zandt, Chloe Van Zandt ride.
Now, I'm going to bet money we won't see that car at Willamette Speedway this weekend.
We'll talk about that later.
That car will never be on the racetrack again.
That was so sad.
Wow. It was terrible. All that matters is that Chloe is okay.
That was
scary. Just plain scary.
I just watched the video for the first time last night, and
thud.
I can't watch it again without my stomach sinking. Fourth place, rookie driver Talon Rogers with 328 points. Third place is the 36 machine of Greg Davidson, 330 points. So there's a tight battle for third and fourth right there.
Right.
Number 2 spot. Any guesses?
You haven't said Crystal Flath yet.
Or Tracy Muse.
Well, we know where Tracy's at.
Crystal Flath sits in the second position, the number 1 ride, with 393 points. The commanding lead goes to the M16 defending track champion at Willamette Speedway, Mr. Tracy Muse.
And his points lead is, how many points do you have?
A whole lot.
Yeah, he's killing them this year.
Like 10,000.
No, not that much. But we're creeping on 10,000 with 603.
603, and second place has?
Shy of 400.
Wow.
Yeah, but Tracy's so dedicated to what he does.
He does.
He's really dedicated.
You know, and there's been some things on the track this year. The Hornet class has been a little testy this year.
Yeah,
it's been a little testy.
It's getting its own drama.
It is. But I will say one thing in Tracy's defense against the Hornet class has got some. Well, I'm not saying defending.
There's no defense needed.
I'm saying that there's quality drivers in that class, and it gets competitive.
Absolutely.
We've seen Greg Davidson, Crystal Flath. We've seen Tracy Muse. We've seen these guys rubbing it. And these guys are serious about what they do. They're in the top 3, 4, 5, and they're racing for a championship. They race hard.
Absolutely.
Okay. They race clean. They race fast. And there's been some times where I thought we might see a helmet fly around or something. You know, I mean.
But at the same time, that's a product of good hard racing. You're getting more cars on the track, and I know that has been the biggest complaint from the fans is you're not having the car count that you need on the track for those races or for that division. They don't get the action. They get single file, one lane racing around the racetrack. We've also changed up a little bit the order at Willamette Speedway to kind of benefit the Hornet class. Put them out last on the show, not because they're quiet, but because it gives the fans a better show. The big tire, big cars smooth out the track. Yeah. They lay rubber down, give them a little bit more traction on those DOT tires. I mean, they're running 6-inch wide tires, tiny little cars. Right. They need all the help they can get.
And you're right. Since we've made that change in the format, the racing in that division has been better.
A lot better. It's a lot more action-packed, and it's a lot of fun to call.
Are they running inverted starts? I watch them, but I haven't.
No, they're running the same format as every other division, except for modifieds.
Modifieds as their IMCA format. So.
Yep.
Next division.
Do you want to go street stocks, or do you want to save that for last?
Oh, well, let's save street stocks for last.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Well, let's go to the sportsman.
Okay.
I'm trying to get this right size.
We know who our points leader is in the sport. Well, no.
No, we don't.
No, we do. Yeah, we do.
Oh, we do? Okay.
He started off the year phenomenal. Now they've been struggling lately.
Yes, they have. 10th place, the number 2 machine of Glenn Hackney.
Okay.
320 points. The 9th is the 55 of Casey Rhodes with 342. 8th, driving double duty, the 36 machine, Jody Tanner with 388.
And that's a street stock racing against a sportsman.
Yep.
7th position, the 0 of Clyde Root, another Hackney racing entry, 393 points. 6th position, the 3rd Hackney ride, the 1 of Jeff Rash with 1 feature win this year, 415 points. 5th position, with also 1 feature win this year, the number 5 machine of Jeff Titus.
Now, Jeff opened up the season with a win.
Yes, he did.
Went from the old asphalt late model style race car in the Sportsman, now running on an IMCA sport mod, a Northern Sport mod on the slick tires. Not on the G60s, he's got the slicks on it. So he's playing around, trying to find something. The car's been fairly competitive the last couple of weeks.
It has been very competitive.
He's dialing it in.
Very consistent as well, 429 points to his credit. The number 4 position held down by the 31B mod of Lauren Cruzy running in the combined class. 434 points. No feature wins to his credit, but if you look at the point standing, he's very consistent, stays in the same spot, but he's shown improvement throughout the season.
Well, and that's his first year in a sport mod too, and it's a big change from what he was in to
going to a 3-bar car from a leaf spring car. Right. It's a whole different ball game. The 3rd position, any guess?
I think he's in second, but I'm going to say Ryan Emery.
No, you're wrong.
It's not Ryan Emery
I
in
love
third?
being able to tell Corey's wrong.
It's
sometimes.
not Ryan Emery in third?
It's not Ryan Emery in third.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint. Third position, the number 3.
Well, then
the 333 of Eric
Lindquist.
Lindquist.
333, Lindquist. Yeah, I'm thinking the 3 car. That's a Hackney car that what?
449 points.
So Emery sits second.
Emery sits second with the last 5 features to his name.
5 features in a row. I want to talk about that in a second.
459 points.
Okay, so he's at 459 in second. Your leader is the 25 of Slover.
Of Slover and Slover.
You're right. James and Chad have kind of been sharing the wheel.
533 points.
So Emery's got his see. That's going to be a tough championship to win.
But at the same time, they've got a couple races left. You never know. I mean, if you
it's going to take a lot of luck. Honestly.
At the same time, you're talking 90 points. If you get snake bit, that's 2 races.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
It's going to be a hard one.
I want to talk about last Saturday night, what we saw. And like I said earlier, my voice started going was partly because of that particular race. It looked like the 25 car of Slover had this thing wrapped up. He was fast. The car was, it was working. And then Jeff Rash started reeling him in. And Emery was sitting third. And the gap between Emery and Slover and Rash kept getting a little bigger. These guys are racing each other and getting away from Emery. And I'm talking with Sandy, and I've already talked with this. I've already said this to Ryan, so I don't think he's going to care if I say it on the air. I know what he was thinking. He's in the car thinking, I got to get those guys. And he was really driving that car a little too hard. He was just, his corner entry was just coming in hot, and the exit was shot. It was really hurting him on the exit, and that's where they were pulling on him. And I'm thinking to myself, if he has any chance to win this race, he has got to hope for a caution. With about 4 laps to go, a caution came out, and it bunched everybody up, and they got to racing. And again, Slover and Rash had about a 2-3 car advantage on them. Through turns 3, turns 3 and 4, Rash is on the high side, Slover's down low, and he'd been running. When I say down low, I've been like the upper half of the low groove with Rash kind of running the middle of the track. And Emery was there. He was within striking distance, and they were coming out of turn 4, and I think it was 3-4 laps ago. And that hole in the bottom opened up just a little bit, and Emery had the car rolled in and set and stomped the throttle and slid by those guys at a turn 4, and they had to be thinking, where did he just come from? Because they hadn't seen him.
Well, he was sitting there lurking.
He was, and he was just sitting back there and just kind of really, didn't look like the forward bite in that ar was gone. It looked like it just didn't have enough. And then all of a sudden, he saw the hole, he dove in, he made the pass, and ran away. And I'm going, wait a second. What just happened those last 3 laps that you got so fast? And you know what he said? I told him, I said, you were really overdriving the car. He goes, what changed wasn't the car. He goes, it was my mind. Mm-hmm. He was under caution. I told myself, calm down. He was mad at himself.
Go fast.
Yeah, that's exactly it. He just said, I got to calm down. He said he relaxed in the seat, sat down, kind of took a breath, and just started doing what he normally does. And man, it was the last 4 laps, you'd think that there was a different driver in the car. It was that much different. It really was. And he said, all I did was just calm myself down and talk to myself. And he knew what he was doing wrong, and he changed it. But it was, the pass itself was, instant classic. And here you're watching 2 guys racing with lead, and here comes Emery, just 3 wide out of turn 4, down in the gutter, loaded the right rear with the left front up on the apron, and drove by him. And I wish I had video of that. I know
Tracy's got it on Facebook.
Yeah. We'll have to get that put up on Moxie, that last little clip, because it was a great pass.
Tracy's got that on Facebook.
What'd I say?
It was worth a watch on Facebook.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you can hear the announcer.
You can a little bit.
It was, Sandy and I both jumped up. We were sitting there, in the Moxie Tower looking down, and when Emery made that pass, both of us jumped up. We scared the hell out of poor Carrie. I feel bad for her, but she just kind of looked over like, what just happened? What are you guys freaking out about now? It was awesome, but it was exciting. It really was. It'll be interesting to see how that 25 and the 97 finish the season out in points. Because it's going to take a lot of luck for Emery to win the title, but
it's going to be a heated battle between the 2.
Anything can happen. Well, and that's the thing. Slover went from 1st to 14th in the last 2 laps. racing hard with Rash, got up in a little higher groove than he'd normally been running, spun the car, come into the white, and everybody drove around and finished the last lap. I mean, it was just one of those deals that happened. And it can happen. I'm not saying it can't, but it's going to take something like that with some luck to make that points gap really, really tight to put him in position to win it.
And we've only got a couple more races left in the season.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Super Sport Division. 10th place is the 84 machine of Clay Debin, 320 points. Sitting 9th in the 75X is Darrell Blanchard with 326. Sitting 8th is the 88 of Brian Winkler, 359 points. 7th, the 33 of Jordan Wright, 369.
3 wins to his credit this year, 2 and not in his own car.
Yeah,
He's won twice in the 74 of Dybel.
Yep.
Yeah.
The 16 of Chris Mott sits in the sixth position. I know, right? Sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied here. 412 points. Got a big gap up to 5th. 441 points is sitting. Has Dave Miller in the 55
machine. Are you trying to speak
machine.
Chinese?
Oh, I try. I try very hard. Give me musu pork. Wow, that came out pretty clear.
Give me the phone if
Wow.
you.
No. Fourth
Dom,
position.
This is a normal thing.
I know. I'm
It
getting
happened.
used to it.
Just hang on, buddy.
I am.
Fourth position, the OG machine, Doug Elkins, 455. His teammate, the 99 BJ Donofrio, sits in the third position, 492. Close battle with defending track champion, the 13B of Randy Barley, 494.
Wow.
Separated by 2 points. But the commanding lead goes to the Ford-powered 74 machine of Dan Dybel, 545 points.
That car has 9 consecutive feature wins with 3 different drivers. Dan Dybel's won in it, Brian Smith has won in it, and Jordan Wright has won in it. 9 straight feature wins.
Wow.
7?
8.
9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, and is that going through last week? Oh, it's going into last week, right?
The 19th.
The 19th. And what's today's date, Joel?
The 30th. Shut up.
Okay. So it's got 9 consecutive feature wins.
You know what? Some of us have been working a while today. Deal with it.
Go ahead.
IMCA Modifieds. 10th position. Guess what team?
Amco.
You got it. The 44P machine of Sam Potter, 179. 9th position, the 21A of Matthew Drager, 197. 8th position, the V13 of Gray Ferrando, who scored his first IMCA victory in his career at Willamette Speedway a couple weeks back.
And then backed it up last weekend with another win.
At Cottage Grove, 273 at Willamette. 7th position, the 36 of Sean Maya, 280. 6th position, the 7 of Dustin Cady, 303, with 2 feature wins to his name. The 5th position, the 44T machine of Brian Thompson, 335, is in a close battle with the 4th place car, the 21 of Steve Moore, 337.
Wow.
2-point gap there. 3rd is held down by Superman Colin Weinbarger, 354. 2nd place. Now, I'll tell you, last 2 drivers are James and Campos. Who do you think is sitting in 2nd place?
I'm going to say, after the last week when both those cars broke, and then, I'm going to go Campos is 2nd.
Dom, who are you thinking?
I think Campos.
Warren's going with Bryson James.
Campos is leading. It's a consensus.
Campos is lead. Okay, so from the street stock crew we've got here, Campos is the leader, so that put Bryson in 2nd. Actually, it's the 36 of Campos staying in 2nd place.
All right, see?
381.
No, we need a recount.
And then
now, how
first place is Bryson, 5 points.
5 points between 1st and 2nd.
386, 381.
Now, here's the thing. I think it was a.
I'm sure there were some hanging chads.
Well, the thing, 2 weeks ago, Bryson that car is done. He was running 2nd. Wasn't it 2nd, Warren, when you were there, and Bryson broke into turn 3?
No.
I think he was sitting 2nd or 3rd.
He was sitting
The car broke,
second.
drive line, the whole car, it's gone. So he comes to a rest. I'm thinking, oh, man, where now we really started watching the points. We're thinking Campos is really going to reel him in.